Alright, hey guys, King Charmander here. Okay, so mid-season 6 is here, and Ultra League is just right around the corner. No, literally, it's just a few days away. So, what Go Battle League did, or at least what Niantic did, is all they did for this season was recycle basically the season. So it's basically 2 weeks of Great League, 2 weeks of Ultra League, 2 weeks, a week of Master League, or a bunch of like Master League stuff and a special cup. And then all leagues come back. So basically, we got a long season left to go. If you haven't made Legend yet, like I haven't, I'm pretty close, but I haven't made it yet. Then you got plenty of time left still, but Ultra League will come back in a few days. Now, Ultra League and the Premier Cup will return from Monday, January 5th to February 8th. So it's gonna be 2 weeks long at till 1 p.m. Now, if you want an extra day of Great League, just do your sets before 1 p.m. and you should be able to get an extra day of Great League, just in case you don't want to do 14 days of Ultra League. As you see here, it's going to run for 2 weeks again, from January 25th to Monday, February 8th. So 2 weeks long. Alright, so first I'm going to be analyzing Ultra League. As you see here, there are a few, well, not really a few mons, but there are definitely two that should be on your radar if you're going to do Open Ultra League. Mainly Obama Snow, actually, I would say 3. Obama Snow XL and Umbreon XL. So basically, the first two I'm going to look at is both versions of Obama Snow. So Obama Snow, we had that holiday event happen over the holidays, so you probably have a bunch of Obama Snow XL candy. You can power it up to level 50. It's actually incredibly powerful, as you see here in Open Ultra League. It's actually the best lead statistically overall, and it's just insanely powerful. As you see here, both the Shadow and the normal version are able to do a lot of damage, so look out for that. The second one you should look out for is definitely Umbreon XL. During the holiday event, there was also EVs coming out as well. So when EVs were spawning, it gave you a chance to get an Umbreon XL, which is actually also very, very powerful in Open Ultra League. As you see here, it does a lot of damage against all of the elemental picks, as you see here, as well as really big meta picks. So Umbreon XL is a beast, and you should definitely look out for it, along with everything else. The third thing is definitely, probably on a less note, is probably Stunfisk XL. There has been a lot more Pokemon that have come out. There's been a lot more time for basically whoever wants to hatch a bunch of Stunfisk to get XL candy. There's been a lot of time to have that done. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw someone that actually burned enough money to get an XL Galarian Stunfisk for Ultra League. Just because the Rock Slide nerf went off, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's still incredibly powerful, and it's still going to do a lot of damage in Open Ultra League. As you see, the lead situation, like I told you before, Obama Snow XL is the #1 lead. It does a lot of damage, and the Shadow one is even viable. If you do plan on using it, make sure you put your IVs in the Matrix and take a look at what you flip and what you don't flip, because there's a lot of things you want to do. Umbreon XL is also a problem in the lead. As you see here, does a lot of damage. The main thing you have to watch out for definitely Umbreon is definitely the steel typings like Melmetal and Togekiss and Obstagoon. You don't want to get locked into a charm when it comes to Umbreon XL. As you see, a lot of XL Pokemon do dominate. I wouldn't worry so much about Drifblim XL or Lapras XL. So Lapras XL still takes a ton of candy. Same thing with Mandibuzz, Ninetales, or Scrafty. None of these a lot of the XL mons you see here, other than Obama Snow, Stunfisk, and Umbreon, are likely not going to, you're likely not going to see them. If you do see a Registeel XL though, be very careful, because Registeel was out for I believe a weekend, so a lot of people did raid for it. If you did raid for it, it's actually insanely powerful, especially as an XL. I don't bank on you seeing it, but if you do see it, be very, very careful. And it's very hard to, it's not hard to tell. because a regular Registeel Hundo goes at 2447. So if you see a Registeel XL, it's going to be close to either 2500 or it will be above 2450 for sure. So just keep in mind. As far as the closer goes for Open Ultra, as I mentioned, remember, just be careful of a Registeel XL. A Shadow Electivire opens up as one of the most powerful, basically an incredibly powerful closer. Well, just Wild Charge users in general. Unless it's Swampert, there's not a lot of things that stomp Wild Charge users in Ultra League. They're going to do a lot of damage, as you see here. XLs do dominate in the closer as well. You will still see Cresselia. Same thing with Cresselia. Cresselia is a beast, and Cresselia is able to take down so many things just because it's super tanky and it has the option of Grass Knot and Moonblast. Just be very careful. If you get debuffed with Moonblast as well, it can flip the matchup you're in right now. As far as switches goes, remember what I was talking about Cresselia? Still the #1 safe switch. It managed to overtake Galarian Stunfisk when Rockslide got debuffed, but it's still, like, Galarian Stunfisk is still a beast. So I wouldn't bank, don't bank on G Stunfisk being, like, completely out of the loop, because it can be there. But as you see here, as far as switches goes, there's a lot of things you can switch out of. Definitely a lot viable. Politoed is also an option. This is like the things you should probably, like, things to look out for. Politoed for Ultra League, as you see with Weather Ball, it is now viable. You can use the Mud Shot variation. It is able to be used for Ultra League. As you see here, it's actually the #8 safe switch. It's very, very powerful. So just be very, very mindful that you will and can see Politoads and, Politoed XLs and other things. I mean, not Politoed XLs, Politoads and other things running around. So just be mindful of that. Also, the old BBML like Giratina and Swampert, these are not going away. They are still here to stay. You still will see basically the same meta. Combine that with the XL variations and the 3 that I mentioned: Abomasnow, Umbreon, and what was the third one? Umbreon, Abomasnow, and possibly G Stunfisk if they want to go there. Yes. There's also one other mod. So there's one other thing you might look out for. Now, I don't foresee this. Well, you probably will see it. So it's going to be Skarmory XL. This is probably the one you should be careful of. Skarmory XL, there has been several nests. As you see here, Skarmory XL ranks at number 35. You're actually able to take out a wide variety of Pokemon with Skarmory XL. Be mindful that it is out there and you might actually see it. So just keep in mind that this thing can run around and do a lot of damage. It's able to bank a bunch of energy, especially if it hits Spraybird. As you see here, it takes out Swampert, it takes out Cresselia, and Togekiss. So it beats a lot of fair share of the meta. Alright, here's the Ultra Premier rankings. As you see here, yes, Abomasnow and Stunfisk are up here as well as Jellicent, but I don't think XL has much of an impact on Premier Ultra as it would be in Open Ultra. Just because in Premier Ultra, like Abomasnow, yes, Abomasnow's here, but it also has a lot of checks. For example, Lapras, Charge like Scavalier, and Empoleon, Snorlax, there's a lot of things that check Abomasnow XL, and they're pretty popular. So as you see, Abomasnow XL still beats a ton of things that, like, especially Venusaur. The fact that it breaks the Venusaur Swampert core as well as Ampharos and Dragonite makes it really dangerous. So if you do happen to see one, just be mindful. This thing, like, really wrecks. I would definitely advise you have something like a countermeasure to try and, like, have something that basically can beat an Abomasnow. Which, if you use a fighter or anything in general anyways, then you should be okay. But as far as availability, probably you'll see a lot more Machamps, maybe. I don't foresee, like, too many Machamps or anything like that, because yes, Machamp Community Day was out, but, like, however, Rockslide is what you want and not Payback. Also, as you see here, I don't see a lot of XL Pokemon really giving you a hard time. Just Abomasnow XL is probably the only one. That, as you see, Umbreon XL can give you a problem as well. However, because of the threat of Togekiss and Machamp and pseudo fighters like Excavalier, I don't foresee Umbreon, like, lots of Umbreons being around. But just be mindful that they are really strong against elemental leads, as you see with, like, Venusaur, Charizard, etc. So just be mindful Umbreon can be out there. Just keep in mind. Stunfisk isn't so much as a threat. I'd say that's the third one. So Stunfisk is, like, yes, it's the #1 switch and it's the most powerful switch. However, I don't foresee it being that, like, around that much. If you do see one, however, just be really careful because this thing can really wreck your world. Especially if it has energy advantage. If you thought it was impressive in Great League and Ultra League, this thing is a beast at Galarian XL range. So as far as your leads go, like I said, Obama is probably going to be your big one. Magnezone as well, not really. Magnezone isn't too oppressive, but you could see Magnezone. Like some people use Magnezone, I know. Fighters are definitely on the high list, as you see here. Surfetch Machamps are very, very big. Probably won't see Scrafty XLs, but generally the meta you saw from before, as well as a few XLs like Abomasnow and Umbreon. Those are the two main ones. Other than that, all the other XLs you see here, if you take all the XLs out besides the two I mentioned, mostly you see Magnezone, Swampert, and Fighters. So Gallade is still going to be around, by the way. Basically all the patterns you saw from before are still going to be viable today. Abomasnow coming into the meta doesn't really change much anyways, because the reason why it does change stuff is just it doesn't change much. It's just because Abomasnow's weaknesses are pretty dang popular. Like Lapras, Charizard, Escavalier, you can expect to see those around in Ultra Premier. In the closing scenario, as you see here, closers are generally the same unless it's Skarmory XL. So this is one of the things to look out for is for sure Skarmory XL. Skarmory XL is a beast. This thing will give you a very, very hard time if you do manage to see one. As you see, it has a wide range of like wins against a lot of really interesting common meta picks. And Skarmory XL definitely has a lot more play in this meta than it would be in Ultra Premier. Skarmory is a beast, especially at the XL range. Some people have had a nest, so just be careful because you'll never know when you'll see and a Skarmory running around. And Skarmory does do, as you see, has very strong ratings against what it beats. However, if you do have Ampharos and Polian, etc., you also give it a hard time as well. So a lot of it's popular. It can even lose against Togekiss despite being a Steel type. So just keep that in mind. As far as switches goes, your common switches like Galvantula, this one not so much, but Galvantula XL is a beast. So just keep in mind it's out there. Snorlax, Gallade, every other popular save switch, along with Umbreon XL, as I mentioned, is probably going to be out there. Just be careful of Abomasnow in the closing scenario. Abomasnow is actually pretty dang good in the closing scenario. As you see here, Abomasnow XL. Shadow XL ranks at number 10, and XL ranks at number 24. If you have Swampert or Venusaur in the back, you're in trouble. And in the closer, if Abomasnow can land, Energy Ball does heavy damage to things like Lapras, so just keep that in mind. But your save switches are generally the same. You have a Golv XL. Golv XL is pretty beastly. Other than that, Gallade, Snorlax, the usual bread and butter still works in Ultra Premier. Snorlax does give you coverage against Abomasnow with superpower. Same thing with Umbreon. Now keep in mind, Umbreon is insanely thick. So if it's used as a switch against you, if you don't throw a fighter into it, it's very dangerous. So just be mindful and be very careful. Other than that, everything's pretty much the same. Other than those three that I mentioned, Abomasnow, like just the XL Pokemon that I mentioned, that could possibly run around. I would definitely just keep in mind they're there. If you have a line that you're comfortable with from before, from the first round, from the first half of Season 6, I don't foresee it being a problem that you use the same one again. Just be mindful that the XLs are running around because generally, how this meta is right now, is probably just going to be a few XLs you'll see and XL Umbreon maybe, but other than that, the meta is so chaotic that in general, what you saw from before can still be relevant, and to just keep in mind of the XL Pokemon, like I mentioned. And that's it, guys. Just be aware of the few notes. I put a few notes up there, but the same team you used before, if you're comfortable with it and you found success with it, it should theoretically work. Just be aware of all the XL Pokemon I mentioned above. I mean, you kind of already had to, fight XL Umbreon, or maybe some of you have battled it. Just be aware Bama's going to be out there, but, if your team pretty much covers Bama and Stunfisk if it comes out, then you should be okay. Though, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The meta is going to be relatively the same with the exception of the XLs above. This won't completely change the meta. There's so many things in both Ultra and Premier Cup nowadays that, whatever team you run, there's no see all God team. It's just everybody, you run what you run what you're comfortable with. If it's been working for you and you're consistently seeing success with it, not much of a change. Bama XL isn't going to change it too much, and you might actually like it a lot. For example, if you run Charizard and you see Bama and you use Fire Spin Charizard, guess what? You're gonna love that double weakness right there. So just keep that in mind, but generally, like I said, just run the teams you've been running before. If you do feel like you need to make some adjustments because of the new XL Pokemon above, well, not really new, but more popularized, then go ahead and just adjust accordingly. But unless, the only ups I see is probably XL Obama, but that's pretty much it. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets. Ultra, like I said, Ultra League is just going to be the same Ultra League as before, just with XL Bombo running around and possibly more XLs. But other than that, you should be okay. You should be prepared, and there's nothing... They don't obscenely break the meta, so you'll be okay. Good luck on your Go Battle sets. If you would like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Good luck on Ultra League. If you have any questions, just put in the comments.